She walked into the room like any other junior soldier, quiet, careful, almost invisible. Her uniform was crisp, her boots polished to a mirror sheen. She had no medals on her chest, no flashy ranks on her sleeves. Just a plain green uniform with the insignia of a private. Her nameplate read, Ellis. At first glance, no one paid her much attention. They were all too busy staring at the one man who made sure everyone respected his rank, Colonel Harding. He stood tall with a chest full of ribbons and a voice that filled the room with arrogance. The kind of man who measured respect by volume and rank alone. And Colonel Harding, he loved to talk. But here's the thing. Private Ellis was not who they thought she was. And every mocking word he threw at her was going to come back like a bullet. This is her story. The base was buzzing that morning. New deployments, new logistics, a new team assigned for a classified mission. Colonel Harding was loud and restless, making sure everyone knew he was in charge. He walked through the hall, barking orders, inspecting uniforms, making notes on clipboards, or tearing them up. He didn't care. He always had a reputation to protect more than a duty to perform. And in the middle of all this chaos was Private Ellis, a quiet face behind a calm gaze. One backpack, one notebook, one photo of an old unit pinned inside her locker. She said nothing. She just listened. That bothered Harding. She moved like she'd been doing this for decades. Her stance was steady, her walk disciplined. Her eyes scanned every inch of a room without looking like she was trying. She spoke rarely, but when she did, her words were calm and precise. No fumbling, no wasted breath. "Hey, you!" Colonel Harding barked one morning. The silent one. "What's your job here again?" "Logistics, sir," she replied simply. He grinned. "Logistics. So you're in charge of counting boxes and carrying clipboards." A few of the others snickered. She didn't react. "I do what's needed, sir," she said. "I'm here to support the team." "Support the team," Harding repeated. "Bless your heart. Maybe after we're done briefing, I'll have you organize a supply closet. Just so you feel useful." More snickering. She simply nodded. To him, her behavior proved him right. To everyone else, there was something unsettlingly calm about her. Like she was hiding beneath a surface too deep to see clearly. Colonel Harding kept on. Day after day, meeting after meeting. Every time he saw her, he had something to say. "Private Ellis, want to lead the mission briefing today?" He'd chuckle in front of everyone. "Oh wait, you're just logistics." She stood to the side, taking notes. Every detail of the mission plan. Every coordinate. Every team member's strengths and weaknesses. She was observing more than they could see. Until the day everything changed. A sudden mission alert. A recon team had gone dark. The room fell silent as the satellite feeds came in. Monitors flickered. Coordinates appeared. Colonel Harding grimaced. "Damn it, that's a hostile zone." They walked into something. He needed to act. But for all his bark, the air around him smelled of hesitation. His officers waited. "Sir," one of them said quietly. "What's the plan?" Harding paced. "Get ready for extraction. We need a tactical approach." Someone set up a remote command post. Private Ellis raised a hand, calm as ever. "Sir, permission to speak freely," she said. He rolled his eyes. "Fine. Let's see what the supply clerk has to say." She walked toward the screen. "Based on the last transmission, the recon team was moving here," she said, pointing to the map. "They'd have set up a fallback perimeter here, near the ridge. They'll still be holding position if they're alive. We need to deploy a secondary unit in a stagger formation. And our drone needs to come in from south-southeast any higher and it'll be spotted." Harding stared. "Private," he scoffed. "And just how do you know that?" She didn't flinch. "I've led 6 similar retrieval operations, sir. Last 2 were under hostile artillery fire. We made it out both times." The room froze. "You've done what?" Harding demanded. She looked at him. Not a challenge, just stillness. "Sir!" The doors opened. Everyone turned. In walked the general, Someone way above the colonel's pay grade. A presence that filled the room the way thunder fills the sky. Harding straightened immediately. "General Harris, sir. To what do we owe Colonel?" The general interrupted. "Where is she?" Ellis stepped forward quietly. "Ma'am," she said with a respectful nod. General Harris smiled. "At ease, Admiral Ellis." A chain reaction went off in the room. Colonel Harding blinked. "Admiral?" "Yes," the general replied. "Fleet Admiral Samantha Ellis. 4-star, logistics genius, tactical mastermind. And for the record, the officer who designed the extraction protocol you're about to use." Harding's face drained of color. Ellis stood still. "No medals," she explained softly. "No rank on the sleeves. Just observation. I came here undercover to watch the chain of command in action." Everyone looked at Harding. "And what I've seen," she continued, "is that respect shouldn't be barked or demanded. It should be earned." The room fell silent. Ellis then turned to the screen. "Captain Barnes, you will lead the extraction team. Squad formation Echo 3. I'll observe remotely." Harding didn't move. She looked at him. "Colonel, would you like to organize the supply closet? Just so you feel useful." The colonel swallowed hard. The extraction was a success. The men returned alive, battered, but alive. Over the next few days, no one made a joke about rank. No one whispered behind Ellis. The base changed. Because they witnessed someone show power in the quietest way possible. Through intelligence, through restraint, through dignity. And when Ellis left the base, the entire camp stood in formation. Colonel Harding stood at the front, hands shaking slightly as he raised his arm in salute. "For what it's worth." He said quietly, "I'm sorry." Ellis nodded. "You don't owe me an apology, Colonel," she replied. "Only your soldiers do." She walked past him. Her voice floated back like a calm breeze. "Remember, people are more than the ranks on their sleeves. Sometimes the highest power is hidden in the quietest presence." What did this story make you feel? Where are you watching from? Subscribe to Soul Relief Stories for more real stories that heal the heart.